Monday, the 8th of January, and I'm here to do a few mini readings, picking some cards and connecting into the energy signature of a few people who will be commenting and watching me during this live. But before I do that, I have picked a card for everybody who watches. And the card which came out of the Guardian Angel deck by Debbie Malone is this one. And card number 35 is the Angels of the Universe, reminding us to work with not just our guardian angel, and certainly not just the archangels, or the dominions, or the powers, or the principalities, the cherubim, the seraphim, the thrones, but also the universal angels, now that our planet has shifted its frequency up sufficiently to align to the intergalactic gateway portals on those higher vibrations. The universal angels are able to flood through. So we're talking about angels from Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, and many of the other star portals. And those of us who have been working with Orion, Sirius, Arcturus, Pleiades for a very long time already will be very aware of how different the universal angels' energies are. The collective energy is very beautiful and so much more powerful. If you were like me and you started off very young in this field of spiritual awakening, if you were already awakened as a child, like I was from a very young preschool age, you have noticed how things have really shifted. And in 1987, when we had the harmonic convergence, if you remember that day, like I do, how there was this very extraordinary light everywhere around the planet as we shifted, and everybody was talking about the light. Isn't it strange today? Isn't it funny? But that was when we were connecting with a greater field of light. Enough work had already been done at that point that we were meeting the next level of vibration. And even those people who were not light workers back in 1987, who weren't even interested in anything spiritual, were talking about the light and noticing it, because it affects everybody in a positive way. And since 1987, things have really picked up. In 1987, you couldn't buy oracle cards. The only cards available for me to do psychic and mediumship readings with were the Morgan Greer tarot cards, because nothing else had yet been created. And now everywhere you look, there's a different card deck, beautiful creations. People have heard of it, even people who aren't interested. And it's in people's consciousness that there is this other energy. And even people that haven't had any personal experience have probably seen or read something and had their eyes open to mediumship, to the fact that the soul goes on, to the fact there is no death, and that the loved ones are there ready to communicate, as also our guardian angel is, and our spiritual guides. Everybody has spiritual guides and everybody has a guardian angel. Even if you're not consciously working with them, they are sending energy to you, and eventually this does change. It does help you to lift your vibration. But when you become receptive and are focusing back on that yourself, when you are actually opening the door and saying, okay, let's find out about this. What's this all about? And you're opening your mind, then you get the much stronger connections. Then you get the signs. Then you get the white feathers. And then you get the synchronicities. But the universe is absolutely full of synchronicities. This is a fact. And when we see synchronicity, we also have to be discerning, because synchronicity can actually lead you in the wrong direction. Just because you're seeing synchronicity, you're focused on something, or something's in the back of your mind, and so naturally you're attracting that same frequency towards you from the universe. It does not mean it's the right thing for you. It just means the universe is listening. And remember, the universe and energy is impartial, it's neutral, and it will reflect back to you. So, what you have to actually take into consideration and notice is how your body feels, whether you feel uplifted with this synchronicity, whether part of you is not grounded in reality, whether you're away with the fairies with it, or is this actually substantial, that you can bring it down into the 3D world? And is it taking you where you need to be through all the levels of your vibration? Because it's absolutely no good not being discerning, because you will be led off on a wild goose chase of the lower mind, of the ego. So it's super important to be aware of, yes, synchronicity, but what that means to you. And also not be aware just of what people are telling you, because people can actually say anything. And there are a lot of people saying a lot of things who don't actually really have an in-depth understanding of what they're talking about. It's parrot fashion. They haven't done the process work. They have not got the experience or the groundwork to hold an energy. They can talk about an energy, but they will not be able to give you accuracy and a meaningful experience. Ask yourself, does this person understand what they're talking about? And also look for their track record. If it's somebody that's just started up, they are unlikely to have a lot of experience, and they're probably just learning themselves while broadcasting. So you really have to follow your discernment, you have to follow your heart and your gut feeling. If it doesn't feel right, just leave it. There's no obligation. Your angel, your guardian angel, your own soul, and your spirit guides and your soul purpose are there permanently. You're never going to lose that, and you're always working towards a better version of yourself anyway, so you can afford to take your time. So let's see whether I can bring some cards in for people who are watching. Hey Melody, good to see you. Hey Sophia. Hey Chantel, do comment if you're watching, and I will come to you, come where I'm drawn, or with a card. And you know, my first card is actually going to be a past life card, and it's going out to Melody. Past lives are very important because they affect who we are, our reactions, and our life experience in this life. We can have very positive past lives where we have done positive things, which may be a skill set, or they may be that you have been very good at prayer, or meditation, or art, or companionship, positive things that influence you and add to the beauty of your life because of the work you've done before. But also we have loose ends, things that we need to tie up. I have a long track record since childhood of remembering my past lives from about age 4, or some of them, and talking to my spirit guide, who's always been by my side, about those. And in 1990, I trained in London as a hypnotherapist and regressed through hypnosis thousands of people. While I was doing that, I really was able to see the past lives that people under hypnosis were describing, because their energy field would change. And in their energy field, I could see they were male or female, the type of clothes they were wearing, and also the scene began to unfold as they were talking, and that's how I learnt that I can clairvoyantly read the past lives in the energy field. Sometimes we might go on a meditation journey to connect, but in truth, all of that information is inside of you. It's not out there somewhere, it's in you, it's in your blueprint. So when we release things from past lives, usually things where we haven't been able to complete what we had intended to, and we hadn't been able to come to a good resolution with people who we had incarnated with, the relationships that we had. Quite often, those same souls are in your life today. So let's have a look for a melody. So I'm asking in my mind, connecting to my own guide, asking for an appropriate and meaningful, useful past life link for melody. Oh, melody. We have imprisonment and slavery. We have this sense of not being able to feel liberated, not being able to live your life, utilize your abilities, and do what you want to do because of overriding factors that keep you stuck. So I know then that you will have experienced these feelings in this lifetime as well. And I also know that it's time, melody, for you to release that backlog, that vibration that's in your energy field. As I talk about this, I'm aware of looking at a man in a past life who was also you. And he's confined, he's quite a young man in his prime. And also I have this sense of people plotting against him. So I'm sure that you will also have felt that people haven't been on your side sometimes in this lifetime. So look to the past life work, melody. Book a past life clearing session with me if you want to. If you find you can do this yourself, brilliant, fantastic, that is what is next on your pathway that really needs to be released so that you can move forward and also collect the energy back to you from that aspect of your energy that's confined, that's held up, that's not able to rejoin with you and be utilized. So it's pulling you back. It's what we call karma, but karma only means that we need to try again, and we will get it right. We always do in the end. So melody, give me some feedback in my comments if this resonates with you, and tell us how you feel about that. I'm going to do another card for somebody else. Let's see who's commented. Hi Carol, hi Caroline, hi Anna. Who's given me a unicorn? Somebody. It's gone up the screen now. Hi Mina. Oh, that's Sophia. Sophia, Rose, love Linda. Okay. Yeah, Chantel, the message you've written me about feeling stagnant, on pause at the moment, part of that, of course, is this the winter energy, the cycle of the seasons. I know that you'll be aware of that. This is more for everybody watching. If you're in the northern hemisphere and you're in the winter cycle, everything does slow down. What we need to do is just attune our heart to the heart of Mother Earth, and then we go into the rhythm and we slow down. And in those quiet phases, the quiet moments, we're not trying to go too fast, we're not going too slow, we are evolving at the right pace. And it's very valuable inward looking time, Chantel. So Chantel, I know that I want to go to your heart chakra, And I seem to be very much on a past life link with things at the moment, because I want to talk about deep wounding in your heart. And this is with a love relationship, or one-on-one love connection and relationship. Perhaps you've experienced this as well in this lifetime, and are hard to heal when we have a pattern, of this experience that hasn't yet fully healed over lifetimes, where we reincarnate and we have a to-do list. We're going to heal this, we're going to achieve that, we're going to expand here, there, and wherever. But for you, this deep sense of loss is the word that I can hear, and I also see it written up in my third eye. So I know that loss is the vibration that still needs healing, the loss of someone that you absolutely were devoted to and entirely loved without condition. So there's been a break in the relationship with somebody like that in your past, that you haven't been able to fully heal. This does need to happen for you to get your full power back, and also your full sense of love, because it's about not just who you can love and how well and beautifully you love others, but about how you can love yourself to that same level. So this is all entwined together in the heart. The self-love, of course, is a higher lesson. It's a more advanced lesson than loving other people, because it's much easier to give than it is to receive. So I'm coming to an angel card for you, Chantel. So let's see what comes out for Chantel. Okay, you have Angel of Decisions. So let's see what that means to me. It's hard to let go of something, and you do need to let go of something. And I think, Chantel, it's an old way of thinking, an old way of being, to move into the next level of the new paradigm. And any feelings of being left behind or stuck in your work, or even in a way your spiritual development, or not using what you've got, not truly exploring avenues. We need to break down some walls, because Spirit are showing me brick boundary walls symbolically around you. So we have an area this side of the wall where Chantel feels very, very comfortable, and she knows she's got this beautiful connection with Spirit. She knows the signs, she knows all about the spirit world, she believes, she knows she can connect. But we have to go further than that if we want to develop. So we have to take a chance and expand what we're doing. And I do see the wall just breaking down. I'm looking in a really low 2-foot wall now, but you haven't yet stepped over it. So I know that new ideas are going to be coming into you, Chantel, but it's up to you to grasp them and actually be proactive, take them forward, do something with them. Otherwise, they are just ideas which haven't been brought into 3D and mobilized. So look at where you feel fearful about changing and broadening what you're doing, and work on releasing those things. And I hope that resonates with you. Do leave me a message, and yes, carry on the way that you are, but you've got to is a really bad phrase. But Spirit, and I feel life and the universe and your higher self would want you now to move forward, and it's slightly in a different way. It's still doing what you do now, and it's still employing that and enjoying it, but you have this new doorway to walk through. So know that that's coming. I also hear March, and I see March written up as positive and important in connection. So I leave you with that. Do leave me a comment, Chantel, and I will leave you there. But I'm going to come back down to somebody else now with a card. Hey Suzanne, hey Julie. Alright, so I feel drawn to come to Julie Fraser. Julie Fraser now. Right. Have you been feeling a little bit blue, like the blues? I feel a little bit flat with your energy. You have a lovely softness to your energy, and you also have kindness, and you have this like a beautiful deep blue energy around you. But I also feel a little bit flat, a little bit blue with that at the moment. And I also feel that you feel there aren't many highlights to life right at the moment. Right, I also know that a grandmother figure, and I believe this is Dad's mum, steps forward for you, Julie, and she's going like this, going like this. So she wants to help you get some get up and go back in you, some momentum, and also she's talking about the getting out of the house. And she's telling me, put your best foot forward, put your coat on, go out. She also tells me, making new friends this year. Look out for this, that this is important. And I feel that she's talking about cravings of some sort. So I don't know what those are, but you will know what they are. And I'm going to pick you a card. Oh, there they are. Where I've put the cards. Let's see then for Julie. Julie Fraser is an angel card. So, Julie. Sunshine will come back out again in your life, Julie. All right? And Spirit are just showing me like a little mouse. So it's like a little hibernating mouse at the moment. So that again tells me that you don't really feel like going out much and mixing at the moment. But the sun will come out, all right? And things will shift. Your card is the Angel of the Night Sky. So to me, when I look at this angel of the night sky, it's really giving me a sense of wanting to understand about your life, actually, or what it's all about, where your life's going, what it's all for, what's it all for, and what's the point. I know that sometimes we kind of lose track, or we lose enthusiasm, or we lose our way a little bit, but be reassured, Julie, that that is temporary, and this will pass you by, and you will find your joie, your happiness again. Yeah, and things will move on. I also want to say to you, Julie, to connect with Archangel Metatron. I know this because I've got this beautiful orange, this golden orange energy just flowing into my aura, into the room, and I know that this is for you. Archangel Metatron, a very empowering and a very protective energy. This golden orange also helps very much with the sacral chakra and this sense of where we fit in the world in relation to everything else. So this is going to really help you. I suggest that you work with some orange crystals and that you invoke Metatron daily and just ask this energy to infuse all of your chakras and be with you throughout the day. Do it early enough in the morning, and you've got that energy connection for the whole day. And remember that you are loved and cared for, and that there's a great deal of positive energy coming from this lovely grandmother figure. So I'm going to leave you with those thoughts, and do give me a comment back, Julie, and tell me how you understand what I've been talking about here. Okay. Hey Josette, hope all's going well with you. Let me just scroll up and down if I can. There we go. Yeah. I know where I'm coming next. I am coming to Suzanne. Coming to Suzanne Futterer. And I'm going to come in for you, Suzanne, with a past life card actually. But before I do that, I know that I'm looking at lots of peach colour, lots of lovely soft yellow and golds coming in to your crown chakra. Also, I'm looking at deep blues, I'm looking at purples, and this is Unicorn Pegasus. This is in response to your invocations and your invitation to these higher beings to come in. They are very noticeable in your aura. I also know that as the green ray energy comes down and into your heart, that you are in a growth phase at the moment. I'm also very drawn to your third eye chakra at the front of the chakra on the forehead, because there's a lot of light going in, and I hear the word unblocking. So I know that you are at this moment undergoing a clearing and an unblocking of another level of your third eye. With our third eye, as with the other chakras, it's really simple in the sense of seeing clairvoyantly. If you want to see into the fifth dimensional, then you have to open your third eye on the fifth level. If you want to be able to see angels on the sixth dimensional celestial level and above, then your third eye has to be open on the sixth level, the celestial level of the aura, so on and so forth. And the same with the throat. If we want to experience hearing spirit, then we need to have the throat chakra open on the fifth and the sixth dimensional levels. Otherwise, we've got a sealed barrier between those higher levels and our experience, and our ability to witness, communicate, and feel them. Okay, so I'm really happy about how that third eye is, the spiral of light going into your third eye is working deeply. And I know that as I follow that train of thought into your third eye, I hear the word misgivings. And that relates to misgivings about other people. But this is stuff which is past and that needs to be cleared. I'm looking at you as a girl, as a young adult, and old fears, old misgivings in your mind, hence being in this third eye area. This is the old experience of what was, and for you it's time to let that go, as painful as some of those experiences were, and release those and let go so that you can really move forward, and embrace everybody else that's also let go of the past and is open, without judgment. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. What I mean is that when we all have experiences that hurt us, when we haven't fully let go of the pain, then of course we're holding an element of that. It's vibrating in our energy system, and we have our own natural judgment about that. That was bad, that was painful because, and we tend to project that outwards. And I know this is not the case for Suzanne. Suzanne will understand that it's actually a cloud with a silver lining. The universe has delivered that experience so that you have it, you feel it, and you acknowledge it, and then you let go of it and the matching vibration in your aura. So like attracts like, the good, the bad, and the ugly, as Clint Eastwood might say. So anyway, past life for Suzanne. And remember, this might be a very positive, very beautiful, very wonderful aspect of you that's waiting to be acknowledged and the doorway opened so it can flood into your here and now experience lifetime. Or it could be something that needs releasing and letting go of, dissolving so that the light can flow in. And I don't know which until I get my link and start reading the vibration that I'm given. I'm feeling it's good, Suzanne. I am feeling it's good. High Priest or Priestess. Okay, so I now know that I want to talk about your higher chakras in terms of your soul star chakra in particular, and that there are aspects, or we sometimes call them petals in the chakras, don't we? But they're actually vortexes, mini vortexes, holding frequencies and experiences in each chakra. So one of those is ready to be opened and for you to receive the downloads of frequency which you've earned in very positive spiritual lifetimes, when I want to talk to you about priestess rather than priest. So that's ready to just ask your spirit team in your soul to open that door now between you and that part of you and bring that frequency down into you, which will help you with your HSP, your higher sense perception, including your clairvoyance. So I can see where that fits in to what I was seeing in your third eye. I'm going to leave you with that. Do comment back to me on my comments, Suzanne, and tell me how you understand what I have given you, how that makes sense and what it means to you. And I need to go now, but thank you for joining me if you've been watching, and I send you all love. And remember, the power is within you, not out there, it's within you. So carry on opening the doors. Lots of love. Bye-bye for now.